I would say the leader's role in building a company is, providing a positive and collaborative sort of atmosphere for our industry, for myself and my agents to work. I also kind of view every relationship as with my agents as a partnership and not as a employer-employee sort of relationship. It's a complete partnership between both of us to make things work, day to day and long term. My influence on the day-to-day culture, I guess, is I learned long ago that nobody wants to be around a grumpy boss or a grumpy leader. I continue to stay upbeat and positive every day, whether things are going great or things aren't going great. I also really focused on creating, various sort of business and outside of business sort of events for the agents to sort of collaborate amongst each other and build and grow relationships. And I've seen just over time, how they connect so much more on a personal level when we're doing this various team building activities and stuff. And that just sort of creates a sense of, community and family amongst an industry that's typically very independent, as technically all the agents are independent contractors to the broker. We've created much more of a sense of group community sort of culture here. The hardest part for me in terms of leadership was, being able to give up control of some of the day-to-day tasks. I literally started out handwriting the 1099s to all the various agents. So giving up control on the financial end to my support staff to handle all the commission payments and all the various tracking of commissions and make sure everybody's counting everything was proper, giving up control on the marketing end. So it was definitely just difficult since I just started out doing everything myself to hand various things off to people. The advice I give somebody that's starting out in a leadership role is, I guess, to sort of establish your sort of core values, establish what you plan to do, what the company's role is exactly. I think your reputation is always probably the only thing that at the end of the day people are going to remember, and so it's establishing a strong sort of moral and ethical sort of position on everything that you do with all your choices, whether they benefit you financially or not. I think for somebody that has a business that they are passionate about, if you're really passionate about it, you think it really makes sense for you and yourself and potentially your family, you have to realize that it's not a quick way to the top. I've been slowly but surely doing this for 10 years. I appreciate the recognition that the Baltimore Sun has given me on this, very much so. But for quite a long time, it wasn't growing the way it's grown in the past 2 years. But I stayed true to everything that I believed in, and that the business would steadily grow, and I didn't expect it to grow leaps and bounds overnight. And I think as someone starting out, you just have to realize that there are some very successful people that have come up with ideas that go straight to the top, in 1 or 2 years. But if you have a really good idea and you're enjoying what you're doing, if you give it, the time, it can really turn into something.